I define a shooter as one that understands how to make shots and do that consistently.
A shooter is range and accuracy, okay, and consistency.
Back to third. Oh, what a play.
Being able to go out there and just get in the rhythm and shoot and from 15, 18 foot make 60, 70 in a row. To me, that's a shooter. Every once in a while on TV, I don't know if you remember the rabbit ears, we might be able to pick up 3 or 4 stations, and one night we was sitting there and LSU came on, Pete Maravich was playing, and I was just amazed at what he was doing with the basketball. And he ended up getting 44 that game, and after the game, my dad said, I tell you what, son, you keep practicing. He said, maybe one of these days I'll coach you and let you shoot it every time you touch it. So I always got a big kick out of that.
Larry Bird couldn't jump this high. He couldn't run at his peak faster than I can walk today. But Larry Bird, he just outthought everybody.
What a move by Larry.
I always had to create space, or I always had to develop my left hand a little better. I always had to develop different aspects of the game to be able to get my shot off.
Larry Bird, oh man, he had a killer instinct. He came for the jugular vein every time he played against you. Wasn't no nights off with him.
When you see it materialize right in front of your eyes.
Even though I knew I was probably going to shoot it, and if I did, I was probably going to make it, it would draw the defense to me, and it would open the court wide open. When I was a sophomore, the last, I don't know, 15 games I averaged over 40. But I had to, because if we was going to win, I was going to have to carry the scoring load. I remember my first game, we probably had 5,000 or 6,000 people there. Then 3 games later, you couldn't get a ticket.
If there's no Larry Bird, they're mid-pack to lower in the Missouri Valley Conference. And instead, they're the first or second best team in college basketball. It's as simple as that. He meant everything to them.
He would come out and start right underneath the basket. Took the ball and bam, just every time until he made every single one. And then he would take a 6-inch step back until he made every one. And then another 6-inch. Larry never stopped backing up. That's the unlimited range that he had.
He was the best deep shooter that I've ever seen. He can shoot from deep and had no conscience whatsoever. And that's what made him even better.
That's why I say he made my shot. A good shot, man.
There's nothing like going out there and throwing up shots and know that they're probably going to go in.
My favorite jump shot shooter was Larry Bird. He set the way for us, shooters. And shots he used to shoot, I was like, God, that is amazing.
Off the Bird. He's there. He got it.
You hear guys say they get in the zone. It's not just the scoring part of it. It's that everything's geared to you and everything else is so easy to do. And you can just tear a team apart.
He was probably the single most dominant player in college basketball in the last 35 years.
While he loves to portray himself as the hick from French Lick, this guy is truly a genius. He did things that nobody else had done, did do, or will ever do again.